Microsoft is hiring H2B despite just doing layoffs. After all those layoffs, Microsoft is now proceeding to hire tons and tons and tons of H2B workers for low wages. My friend who works in immigration law mentioned how busy her law firm is processing these applications. Irritates me how large companies just want to get away with paying people a little as possible. This is just the latest example I've seen. I feel like it shouldn't be legal to do that many layoffs and then replace them with lower paid workers than they can take advantage of. Pretty sure it's actually a violation of the H-1B program to hire for a role you can source locally. Great. More people they are going to force to sleep under their desks. Less than horror story from the Windows Phone team I walked off of years ago. It's not legal, but nobody has enforced those laws in 30 years. The H-1B program is utterly abused. 2. Wife works at Microsoft. They are hiring tons of contractors both as citizens and green card and H-2B because they stupidly laid off so many people and the work didn't go away. Microsoft owes so much in unpaid taxes and interest, so they're definitely looking for discounts on workers right now. Most tech companies are hiring again now because they realized they laid off too much and overloaded their remaining employees to the point that many are now quitting. I've seen hiring start picking up at other companies. My company is laying off US workers while simultaneously hiring workers in India and Ireland. The saying goes, 1 US salary equals 3 workers in India or 2 workers in Ireland. This is not the same as hiring foreign workers in the US, many of whom are paid as much or more than their US citizen peers. I wanted to move to the USA in my 20s and it was basically impossible because companies like MSFT and Google would gobble up 80% of the H-1Bs within hours of them becoming available every year. But were they bringing in people like me from other developed Western countries? No, of course not. They were brazenly going after the cheapest labor from places like India and Pakistan. This company owes $29 billion in taxes and just spent $69 billion acquiring their competition. Antitrust and corporate tax laws are broken in this country. Everything is broken. Don't forget the workers they park in Canada. Same time zone, no US visa needed. Gotta save money up for that big tax bill coming their way. IRS ain't playing with Microsoft. All the work visas need to be stopped as well as tax breaks for outsourcing. Did a massive H-2B project for one of America's largest importers. To qualify for H-2B you have to show you were hiring for positions and were unable to fill them. These could be positions that were never intended to be filled and are deliberately kept open to fulfill the H-2B requirements. H-2B is not for white-collar jobs. H-2B workers must be paid equal to domestic workers. Employers often add per diems and housing to entice the workers. There is a ton of legalese involved as well, and if you do not follow the instructions by DAL you miss out on workers. Technically it's not legal, but unfortunately the requirement that a company prove there are not enough US workers who are able, willing, qualified, and available is almost never seriously enforced. Take it up with the feds. This is a major problem for us-born citizens. Great jobs are being given away to foreigners. And Washington is letting it happen. How much lower is it? I don't believe it is. Not a lawyer. But I was under the impression that in order to bring people in on special work visa, like an H-1B or H-2B, didn't know there was an H2B actually. They had to demonstrate that it is a special skill and there is a demonstrated shortage of American people qualified to do that job. Laying people off negates their claim of a shortage. Perhaps a call to you state DOL, or even local immigration authorities is in order. I know some H2B workers at both Amazon and Microsoft. They are paid very well. Not in spite of, because of. An employer must pay an H2B worker the rate outlined in the job order. The wage must be at least the highest of the prevailing wage rate, which can be obtained from Employment and Training Administration, ETA, or the applicable federal, state, or local minimum wage.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.